Hello and welcome to the repair video for the Brother MFC9330 CDW, and the message we have is replace WT box. Replace the waste toner box. You need to remove the drums and toners and belt to get to it. So this is the start to finish repair that we're going to cover today. This also applies for the MFC9340 CDW, the 9140 CDN, the HL3140, HL3150, HL3170, yeah, all those series of Brother printers. So this has become a bit of a plague with Brother machines of this colour laser variety. The machines have hit about 5 years, 6 years of age, and now they're developing this problem where they're saying replace the WT box, but it's a false message. The box isn't actually full. So this video covers start to finish for the general everyday user. If you follow this video step by step, you should at the end have a fully working printer. If you do get to the end of this video and your printer still does not function, I have an advanced repair video which is intended mainly for printer technicians. Common everyday users can also use this advanced repair video. There is a link in the description below. So if you get to the end of this video and your printer still is not functioning, you can follow the link, go to my website, you can buy access to this technicians only video, and if you follow the instructions in the technicians video, it will fix your issue, provided you do not have a faulty high voltage circuit board on the side of the printer. The advanced video is not free. We do not give out high technical information for free. You must pay for it. The video is hosted through an online video sharing platform, and yeah, so let's get on to it. So the first thing you have to do is you have to remove each of these drum units and place them somewhere in the dark. So on all laser printers, they use photoconductors. Photo meaning light. If you get direct sunlight onto this drum unit or any sort of daylight any longer than about 15 minutes, these drums get ruined. They get wrecked and you end up with pale repetitious patterns down the page. So we take these out and we stick them somewhere in the dark. Okay, so our drum units are now removed. They're placed somewhere in the dark, like a cupboard or a drawer. The next step is you must remove the belt. So we pull the belt out. Now you must be careful not to touch the surface of the belt. You're not to put it down on a hard surface. You're not to whack it against the corner of the printer, which is common, leaving a dent in the surface. So we now take this belt and we stick it somewhere on a flat surface. Alright, so we've got our belt out. I've just got it resting on another printer upside down on a flat surface where it won't get damaged. Alright, our belt's now removed, and this is the culprit that's giving us the issue. This is the waste assembly. Now I can tell with this unit that the customer has already replaced it and it hasn't fixed his problem. And how I know is because when I look at this blade, we can see down here, we can see through the blade. It's metal here and it's plastic rubber down in here, and I can see straight through it, so there's no toner powder on the other side. And yeah, so the customer's replaced this with a brand new unit and it hasn't fixed his problem, because the actual problem is a combination of this part having issues and the electrodes on this machine having issues. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is just going to make sure that this is emptied out. We'll take it and empty it out now. Okay, so we've got our waste unit now out of the machine. Here on a bench, we will need just a general cleaning rag, a damp cleaning rag like a Chuck's. You will need some cream cleaner. Most countries have cream cleaners. It could be called Jif in your country, or Gumption, or Magic White Cleaner, or something like that. You will need a Phillips head screwdriver, maybe one in better condition than mine, and you will need a garbage bag to tip the waste into. So you do not have to do this step if you have got a brand new unit. You've gone to the shops, purchased a brand new unit, and found that it hasn't cleared your waste error message on your printer. You can simply skip this emptying step, where I'm going to empty this unit now just to make sure that it is empty. You can just skip forward a few minutes and just skip this step entirely. So we have to turn the unit over. You need to make sure that the desk is clean, because this rubber roller here will be resting against the surface, so you don't want to get any impurities on here. So we tip it over. We then have to remove this screw here and this screw here to get access to the chamber behind it. Then we tip the unit over, and what we have to do is there are 3 clips. So you've got one clip here, here, and over here, and you have to unclip these 3 while opening this top lid to get access to the chamber inside that has all the waste toner powder. So we just simply go 1 clip, 2 clips, 3 clips. Now when you're opening it, if your bin is full, toner will start dripping out everywhere. You do not have to open this all the way and pull it off. You simply have to open it so you get a crack inside the bin. You bring over your garbage bag, stick the unit in the garbage bag, open the unit up, and simply start carefully tapping the unit out. So in this case, I have confirmed that the customer has placed a brand new unit in the printer. There is absolutely barely minimal toner in this unit, and then you simply close the unit up, lock the pins down. Of course, if your unit is full, you will have a huge amount of waste in here. And you don't have to completely drain this out and spotlessly clean and wash it and everything. You just have to get the waste out, the highest volume of waste out. Then we clip it back up, turn the unit over, get your damp chucks and simply wipe it down and get rid of any of the toner that has sprayed out and make it nice and clean. We turn it over again, get our screws, put our screws back in. Get our second screw. Okay, turn the unit over. Just make sure it's all nice and clean. Okay, so that's the first step of emptying the chamber. The next step is we have to move on to cleaning these electrodes on the side of the unit and the switch. So we unscrew the screw here and we take this cover off. And what this reveals inside here is a switch. Okay, so if we have a look here, you'll see that the switch on this unit is in the open position. When the switch is in the open position, it tells you that this unit is full. In the closed position, so the switch has to be in the closed position in order for it to work. That is the closed position, looking like this, where the two pieces of metal are coming in contact with each other. So this electrode here, this piece of metal here, is connected to this electrode here, and this piece of metal here. So this piece of metal that forms the switch, it's connected to this electrode here. So when this and this is open circuit, the machine, when the switch is in the open position, so these two are open circuit, it triggers the machine to say that the waste unit is full and replace it. So the problem is there's no continuity between here, 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 and on the body of the machine where these electrodes touch. So the first thing we have to do is we have to just get in here, in between these two surfaces, and clean them. And we will just simply use a rag, and I will just grab a flat blade kitchen knife. We get our damp chucks and simply fold it over into two layers. We will get our cream cleaner and we will stick a small amount of cream cleaner down. Just move it out a bit, and we take our knife and stick it in between like so. So we have both sides of the knife with cream cleaner on it. And we just want to stick it in between the contacts of the two and just clean the surfaces of the two with the cream cleaner. And we're just polishing the surface of the metal just so that we make sure that the metal makes a positive contact. So now we will transfer ourselves to the damp chucks, a clean bit. Just wipe off any excess that might be on your knife. Then we get the clean bit, and we will stick the clean bit in between just to give it a rub, just to get any residue off the surface of the contacts. Like so. Then we just put it aside for a bit just to let any moisture in here dry out. And once the two bits of metal are dry, just set it aside in the sun or somewhere, or get in there with a tissue and dry it out if you're in a hurry. Then you want to simply close the circuit. Like so. Just make sure it's pushed down. Those two are touching. That's closed circuit. So then we take this cover, put it back on. Make sure the metal underneath is on the little plastic green notch. Stick our screw in. And close it up. We then want to move on to the contacts on the side and take this cover plate off. Got that aside. And then that gives us access to the electrodes on the side. So the switch is making contact between this plate and this plate. This is the contact point for this electrode here that comes up. And then what we want to do is we just want to clean the surface of in there with some Jif cream cleaner. So we'll go back and grab our rag. And we get in there with our cream cleaner and we clean the surfaces of this metal to remove any layers of corrosion that may be on here. We do the same with the underside of this metal plate. Like so. Then we get a clean part of our rag. And we just rinse off all of the cream cleaner with our clean, damp rag. And then also you want to get your cream cleaner and you want to clean the surface of these electrodes here. The idea is you're just removing a thin layer of corrosion that may be on these electrodes. Okay, so I've just noticed there is another problem with this unit. Did we do that ourselves? No. So this is an example. So this machine has come into us to be repaired. This is an example of the owner of this printer being an absolute moron. There is another video, there are multiple other videos on YouTube where they show to open this cover and to remove this plastic bushing. So this right here is a plastic bushing. This black plastic O-ring here. Now there are other videos on YouTube that advise you to simply remove that bushing from this pin. Don't do it. It is the wrong thing to do. Brother have designed that in there for a reason, and that black plastic ring is actually conductive plastic. It's a special type of plastic that conducts electricity. If you remove this ring, you are defeating the resistance that goes between this electrode and the cleaning roller. So this cleaning roller has an electrical charge on it, and if you have removed that O-ring, that conductive plastic O-ring, you've basically ruined your unit. You might as well toss this WT box away and start with another WT box. So, all right, I'll just pause and we're going to sort this issue. Okay, so I've just found another conductive bushing. So we're just going to fix the customer's error and push that back on. Okay, so the bushing is now back on. We have the electrode here touching against this plastic conductive bushing. So yeah, don't follow the other videos where they say remove this bushing. It's there for a reason. So this plate here, these two metal plates need to touch and conduct between here and here. So that is achieved by your cover plate going back on. I'll just tip the screw out. So the screw goes through here and it goes through here, and the underside of this plastic cover is what provides the pressure. So this bit here is what provides the pressure to push these two plates together. Now what happens is during winter, depending on where you live, the plastic in the body of this unit shrinks and grows. So what happens is when this screw goes through this hole, if you're in sort of a subtropical area that you live, where during the day the temperatures can go up to, say, 30 degrees, and overnight the temperatures can fall to, say, 5 degrees, the plastic in this unit shrinks and grows. And what happens is, in the hole here, which is simply a screwing into this green plastic with the hole drilled into it, the hole shrinks and grows. So after, say, 1 week of the temperature going up and down and up and down, this screw will physically rotate anti-clockwise because it is being squeezed by the plastic in this hole, shrinking and growing as the temperature goes up and down. This is why when you go to your printer parts supply store, your office stationery or another printer preparer, you can buy brand new units off the shelf and they don't work. You can also go and buy a brand new Brother printer off the shelf and it will have this problem out of the box. So the cardboard box that this unit comes in behaves more like an esky, a chili bun. I love that, chili bun. And it keeps the temperature inside the box at a sort of constant level. But if the temperature is going up and down, 0 to 30, there's only so much protection this unit can get. So a lot of people are finding when they go to the store, they buy a new waste box, they put it in, the message won't go away. And this is why. So we put this cover back on. We put this screw in and we tighten it up. Now once you feel it start to touch, give it an extra hard turn. So just make sure the screw is really tight in there, but don't go too tight. You do not want to strip the thread in the plastic and tear the thread inside, because then it'll just go loose and you'll be stuffed. So, all right, so this is now this unit working and ready to go back in the printer. But this is not where the fun ends. We'll move on to the next stage. All right, so the next stage is we're now back out at the printer, and what we need to do is get our rag with our cream cleaner on the rag, and we need to clean all of the electrodes. The electrodes that are forming the WT box full message is this electrode here and this electrode here. So these three electrodes come in contact with the three electrodes here on the side of the WT box. So we get our cream cleaner and we push on the three electrodes and clean the three electrodes on the body of the printer. We're just removing a layer of corrosion. Now the cream cleaner is slightly acidic. All the formulations in Australia are slightly acidic anyway, so it should be the same no matter where you are in the world. Okay, so that's those two. We then get the damp side of the chucks that has no cream cleaner on it, and we clean up our mess that we've made. Maybe go and rinse the rag out and clean it again. And you can see now that those electrodes are a lot more shinier and cleaner. We don't want to stop there. While we're at it, we might as well do the rest of them as well and give the machine a new lease on life. So we'll then clean this one. We'll clean these two here. Clean these two here. Clean these two. Clean these two. And clean this one here. And this one here. And this one here. And that one. This one down here. And just go through and give them all a clean, just to remove any surface layers of oxidization from the printer being 5 to 6 years old. Then take the clean side of the rag and just clean off all of the residue from the cream cleaner. Oh, and of course you do this with the machine turned off. But that goes without saying. Alright, I'll just go and rinse this rag off and we'll give it a final polish. Alright, so we've now rinsed our rag off. We'll give it our final clean over all the electrodes. While you're in here, if your print heads, your LED print heads look like this, you just want to get in there and give them a clean as well. Make sure your rag is only damp and that it is not wet. So you get spraying effects like this with the toner because the cartridge is empty and you have used the cartridge past the state of the machine saying it is empty. Empty cartridges leak, full cartridges do not. And yes, even genuine cartridges leak. It is simply how they are designed. It's what happens when the cartridge gets too empty. So the argument of non-genuine cartridges leak all through your machine is rubbish. It is the genuine cartridge that is more than likely going to leak. Blow that off. Alright, so we just let that dry off a little bit. Now it's dry already. We stick our waste unit back in. Simply lift it up and down, make sure it's in there good and proper. We'll go and get our belt and chuck our belt back in. Alright, so we've put our belt in. We now put each of the drum unit and toners back in. We close up our lid. And with any luck, your problem should be solved. Okay, and in this case that has fixed this machine and our problem is solved. If you've reached this stage after doing all of that and your machine is still saying WT box full or WT box end soon, you need to progress onto my more advanced video where I show how to repair the body of the printer and the parts that are actually causing this message to occur. You can also click the link below, go to our website where you pay the fee to find out how to do the advanced, I'm going to kill that bird, where we will get the advanced showing you how to repair it. We don't show how to do the advanced repair on the free YouTube channel. We charge a licensing fee. It's really only for printer technicians or general everyday users that feel that they're confident enough to pull the rest of the printer apart. The advanced repair goes into quite detailed disassembly of the machine. It takes about an hour all round and it will fix this problem once and for all. So if this video has helped you out, you've saved a printer technician fee having to come out and fix it for you. Below in the description is a link where you can send me a tip, buy me a coffee, buy me a beer. Any small amount of money is appreciated. It goes towards me being able to make more videos showing you how to repair common problems with your printers. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you like. It all goes towards me being able to show people how to repair some of the most common problems that occur with printers every day to day. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Bye.